first damay jégalu xëj na ñu bari duñ ko nangu wala du leen nee waaye su ñëwee wax dëgg te yàlla tax $2,000 $5,000 for the entire year pour fu nga dëkk su ne sa property bi mut na $500,000 loolu is reasonable xam naa am bi dafa des d'accord naa si loolu noonu waaye nag is reasonable te ndame nañu xalaat de waxuñ bii ni luwaasekat yi ñoo koy fay ñu ne borom kër yi it means it's less than 5% of the entire population of West Coast.
To pay for what service?
That is what?
Value property.
You are paying tax for the valued property that you have as in the form of a mansion, a self-contained or a story building.
Yes.
So you are paying tax for service.
You're not getting me.
Yes, because when you have a valued property...
tax is paid for dancing. Tax is paid for service.
Yes.
But you must have a threshold and a reason for paying.
Yes.
That is the reason we are discussing.
That's the reason they do value.
No, when you say it's reasonable, then for what service?
It's reasonable for the service that is rendered to Gambians. One, he has mentioned here that they collect waste. And we have seen that.
Yes.
It may not be totally whatever, but we have seen that. They have paid more than 300 students.
But you,
college,
you pay
university.
tax
Is that
in,
not service?
I live in Bursabe.
We are building markets.
I live in Bursabe, right? I pay tax 2024.
Okay.
Did you collect my waste?
Yes, okay, good. I mean, that's a very...
But he is taking all my time.
Please, violent code.
I can ask...
When Silva was talking, he was there talking. Let him allow us.
Yeah, please allow him to land.
What we are saying is...
No, if you say it's reasonable, that's the word I am underlining.
But $167.
What makes a tax? What makes a tax reasonable?
Are you actually saying you, Alaji?
No, even against the government tax, I have arguments. Why should the government collect tax?
Alaji, leave him to speak.
Right? I will ask. That is why I'm in politics, because the government collect tax, and I am asking the government when they collect tax. Let them give me good service. So I ask anybody, any tax collector.
That's why I told you the number of services.
Any tax collector I see,
before
I say it's reasonable.
That is why I told you the number of services.
Before I say it's reasonable, I need to ask.
Kurang, okay.
All right.
Bojang, okay, continue, please.
As we speak regarding this Brikama thing, I have seen ministers, I have seen political bigwigs say a lot of things. A Seattle, that's what they say. Andum ya kele. How many percent? We are saying those people, Gambian, for becoming a council, they are doing perfect service. More for. And then for public support or become a council support. Not Tonya for based on the reality in Gambia. If a government minister is paid $200,000 per month, that's what you are paid. That is not too much for ordinary Gambian. But for Gambians, out of, let's say, the 98,000 households that you have, based on it all data mentioned for preliminary data, I can bet that 70% of all those people may be lato. Ikake a commercial film quality. Bolbe luaso jokande.
No, don't say 70%.
Allow me
70%. You're talking about 60,000 compound owners are having rent.
When have you become God to know what I am about to say? Or
no, you already said.
You have to allow me.
You said 70%.
Yes, allow him please to
let me tell you something.
No,
when people was talking,
when people are making assumptions,
this is not an assumption that is empty.
So
this is based on facts.
70%.
He mentioned 98,000 households.
Needs to go.
70%
needs to go, please.
98,000 households.
Landlords.
Silvo, Kurang, when did you? Let's be frank here. All of us in this combo, if our parents had not had a house, we were renting.
Yes.
Now they are saying these people are using their houses to gain money. They should pay only $2,000 in the year. You said that's not reasonable. And when they are making $500,000 in a year on those properties, let's be frank. When did he have his own house? His own house.
The rate.
So it means he has been paying. Government is saying, okay, you don't own Kurang. We are not talking about. We are talking about those that own. And if you look at those that own, they are the minority. Yet they are benefiting from the majority. So if you say pay 166 or 167, that is reasonable, to be frank. Because they said if it values more than 500,000.
Yes.
They did not say less than that. So imagine 500,000, and in a year, probably that property is generating you 500,000 again. Yes. And you are paying only 2,000 from 500,000. Yes, there are other expenditures, we understand that.
No, but
that is the point why we say they're very reasonable.
And
what we want people to know, Kurang, I don't invite you today. What we want people to know is they are politicizing it.
That's the fact.
They are politicizing it, but let the masses understand ko. Nyimmanche ko momo membe West Coast ba jola iko meye ko da soto. Meya long atambita dalasi wili keme lulula. So ni West Coast gibe majority email fansun ko da soto. What I remember for the people that actually have money should pay their fair share.
Yes.
That's what they're saying, and they're not getting that from their money per se only. No, you are the one paying to them.
Yes.
So that's reasonable. That's our argument. It can mean for more because people would think it is now individually. No, what they are saying is never jar oil it has also the Costa Road. Jar oil nyantaka 2,000 jo. Most of them jar oil manyana 2,000 jo. That's the argument.
That's a wrong example.
So it is not about
that is
imagine
that is
continue.
You're talking
so
about
what we are saying
you're talking about West Coast residents,
right,
and then you are bringing jar oil as an example.
But he's just using
Please.
How can somebody who has no house, I can give you an example of somebody who has no house.
Look at the farmer in Gunjur or the farmer in Kalaji.
You see,
you understand what I mean?
I can tell you, most farmers in the Gambia, as he himself knows, because that is why he's not a farmer. He's from this place.
I am a farmer.
Why did you go that way? You always say, I'm an accountant. Go and say, I'm a farmer.
I'm a farmer.
Most farmers cannot have 500, property. So we have to use the best example, which is jar oil. Let's understand that.
Those farmers are paying their tax more than some of the people who are building these houses.
Yes.
Absolutely. And again, Silvo,
when you come 1 year and tell the people, when you
Silvo, allow me. Let's just be frank.
We just have 7
What
minutes.
is there is this. They have said there was no valuation as far as West Coast is concerned since 2005. It means there were people who got empty plot. 2005 to date is how many? We're talking about decades. 2, I think. Maybe they have built and still they are still paying the empty plot fee.
Even the empty plot
so
fee
this
itself.
is what has come to make sure these things happen well. So you cannot say that is not reasonable. That's reasonable. But the ordinary Gambian who has no house should not think it is him. No, they are politicizing it. They said those.
It is him. You know why? When you are renting, when the landlord pay more, he will pay.
But you have been paying to the landlord all the time, and you haven't been paying.
That is natural.
Bojang, let me
so
go to Jazz. I'm sorry.
You will not speak there today.
All right, Kurang. Mr. just quickly, right, because I'm not doing time.
What you should talk about is the situation report.
Please allow Durija to speak.
Yes.
But allow Durija to speak, please. Yeah,
yes.
Bojang,
That's true, but
okay.
that does not mean you have to make argument based on wrong presumptions.
All right, Mr. Kurang and Bojang. Mr. Jah. Okay, just quickly because we are running out of time.
Well, I'm telling you. Awma lu bari lu ma ci wax because danaka ñom exhaust nañ yépp and yifi tax lañu wax fi. Lima bëgga wax about the issue pour man dama feel ne is reasonable. Where bu nekka is about $166. $166. Lolu feel na ne it's payable pour at bi yépp ben $2,000. Lolu luñu wara mëna fay la. Concern
only on the value. The other compounds are paying at Bineka. They are only paying $175. Like any property below 500.
Which house can you build today that is not going to be 500,000?
Just continue.
Of course.
Your turn will come. Your turn will come. Please, please. I don't know. When you are there, one gonna balance do the continue. Mailen do the continue. Do the continue. All right, that's fine.
You see the type of
I'll do the
one house cannot be 500,000.
Yeah, okay. Do the okay.
Come on. He was
do the continue.
He has seen those type houses.
Fok na ne topic bi ak discussion bi moy ne liñ yokatu 2,000.
Yes.
So mota man ci bobu la nekk di focus. I'm not speaking generally, but based on the discussion fee. Lol lay wax ne is reasonable. Bobu la calculate not yele. di yeneen issue yu ma am mooy naka la fan la council di jaar ba collect ko ak lim collectam mu make sure ne mu put ko into good use man lii mooy suma challenge naka lañ koo collecté comme lu ñoo wax xam nañ ne ñu bari si collecteur si duñ la jox receipt loo leen jox seen poste la dem ñooñu ñu ngi liggéeyal seen boppa et loolu dafaa ñëw affect the entire region again even nu council wala operator lim soxla ci xaalis du mut ba pare lim war a delloowaat si nit ñi tam du ko am so yokka bi waa baax na waa léegi nañ fexe ñu jot ci xaalis bi ba pare ñu def ko fu ñu ko war a def loolu lu important la en leneen li ma bugg a wax rek bu mu am si council na éeg dem tam ci government ci boppam council am nañ beneen responsibility mooy bitig yi Sirifo wax na ko fii su fekkee ne bitig yi da nga leen sas lu seer dañ koo teg ci marchandise bi nit ñi ñoom ñooy soonaat again leneen li ma wax mooy ñii luwaas si kër yi tey agency yi borom property si lu leen neex lañ dee caaj again it's going back to nit ki li ko government di fay wel bu dee it's not enough pour nga war a fay pour nga fay sa luwaas so yii daf dee tax dëkk mu jafe daf dee tax citizenry bi tam life am it's very hard pour mu mun a win lii and dama feel ne dañ war a create a better policy yoo xam ne dina adresse yi ñu am standard soo xam ne you know people will be able to afford it.
Thank you.
Kurang. In summary, su fekkee ne yaa ngi wax reasonable.
Kurang, there is nothing that is reasonable about this because you know very well what we should talk about.
If you say it is reasonable,
why?
You must base it on something.
And who said it here without basing on something?
That is why.
No, we have based it on something.
Let me explain. Let me explain.
No, you did not allow us to explain. We cannot allow you to explain. No, we cannot allow you to explain. He has been interrupting since for our time also. We may interrupt. Nobody argued here without bringing any basis. We all brought basis. You cannot say it's unreasonable. What are 66? Mom, Kaina don't say, Mom, Kaina, I'm own Kelam.
Please listen.
Kaina. So you done, right?
Please.
So you done, you say more, you more than 500,000 work.
Okay.
That is reasonable.
Okay, Kurang.
As simple.
So I'm making guru, either the central government or the local government. You want to jump from 500 to 1,000 or from 1,000 to 1,005. Take a explain local as can be.
Laral secure will be.
Right? Take a explain ulo namungedem.
But what is the evidence to explain lo as can be? What evidence has he that has not? What is the point of gazetting it?
That is why.
What was the point of gazetting it?
I am asking.
No, what was the point of gazetting it? You are not saying things without any basis. You say, wow, what was the point of gazetting? People know it. Maybe you're
when you finish, I will learn.
No, but simple. That is it. So it has been told to the public. Say you did not hear. What is the point of the entire process?
What I am saying, if I said I need 500, I need to explain to the public, I need 500 or 2,000 from everybody. Motamalaje Silfo about the strategic plan, so that this 500, when I collect it from 98,000, I will get 200 million or 300 million. This 300 million, Manko spend on this amount on development, this amount on expenditure. When that picture is so clear, I can come back to people and say, you see, the money I collect, this is what I am using.
That picture is clear.
That is what
there is not a time in the history of this country that we have a chairman gave 1 million or 500,000 to each one.
Yes.
Come on, let us give credit where it is due. Yankuba has done what the central government couldn't even do. You are giving 500,000 to National Assembly members. He is giving 500 to councils. In which history has he seen that? So what are you talking about?
They say they do more than what is being done now. That's what they say. So
if you want to listen to politics, listen to it. But if you want to look at the realities, the reality is Yankuba so you cannot fight. No, come on.
Pushing for this.
All right. Yeah.
We are not
so
giving
go.
service to
So
our
now,
people.
No, the APRC, they say they do more than you. That's what I'm telling you. He said there is no party. I am saying your expenditure
You see,
that's
the problem.
Thank you so much.
People
All right,
to
Mr.
show
Kurang.
them that
It's very clear. Say it is not clear to you because you don't want it to be clear, but it's very clear.
Where is the paper?
All right, thank you.
Where is the
Thank you,
paper?
Mr. Bojang. Thank you,
Where is the document?
Haji Swane. Thank you, Duduja. Thank you, Kurang. time bi dafa jeex tak maybe I will just allow you to pour nga tàggatoo boo bëggee wax dara tamit si mbir mi naa la may
keep it up yaa doing great
yeah but time moo jeex moo tax nga program time la
Professor of Comco misleader was still for no more service.
just I give you just 2 minutes please yeah time dafa jeex tak
Service
For
before one.
me,
Yeah,
I
please
am not
allow him.
supporting,
It is time.
support anybody, but you cannot come and
Alright.
throw facts
Okay.
without
That's fine.
justifying them.
That's fine.
No,
Okay.
no matter